U.S. Senator Norm Coleman. Senator, great having you back on the program. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, and I say I was proud to stand in the Senate to make sure that the so-called fairness doctrine does not raise its ugly head again.
I don't know if you heard Debbie Stabenow.
I will make sure that it doesn't raise its ugly head again.
Well, I don't know if you've heard Debbie Stabenow from Michigan just gave an interview this week saying, got to bring it back. Carol, I don't care what we call it. Of course, this is the wife of one of the founders and the executive producer of Air America. I mean, it's just extraordinary. And she's explaining why she wants the fairness doctrine to regulate speech on the airwaves, mentioning that to a liberal radio host named Bill Press on his liberal network. It's crazy. And Senator, I can't even imagine that these Democrats think they can get any traction. But let's talk about what you've been going through in Minnesota. This is such a, I'll bet you wake up and you say, what in the world? How you won this election?
Like you're in a Kafka novel.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a Twilight Zone episode, right? I mean, this is insane.
Yeah, well, listen, you go back to Washington State a number of years ago. Dino Rossi, involved in a race, Republican candidate for governor, is ahead at the night of the election, ahead when a recount begins. The other side steps forward. By the way, the same lawyers in Washington State are now representing Al Franken, represented the Democrat governor. They have represented Franken here. They get ahead and they stop counting. In Minnesota, I was ahead the night of the election by over 700 votes. I was ahead when the recount began by over 200 votes. All of a sudden, at one point in time, they throw in some absentee ballots that haven't been counted before from heavily Democrat areas. They're counted. There is some double counting of ballots that's not taken care of. Now he's ahead by 200-something votes, and now they want to stop counting. The good news is that Minnesota, I think people understand that democracy requires that every validly cast vote be counted, no vote being counted more than once. And if that's the case, and I believe we'll get to that through this contest that we're in now, we'll be back ahead when it's all said and done.
Well, and you were quoted as saying that this 225 vote lead that they say he has over you right now, that's an artificial number, isn't it, Senator?
There's no question it's artificial. Just yesterday, Mike, we had an election official from Anoka County, it's a northern suburb, step forward, and she said in response to a Franken discovery request, they found 3 military